I can't believe this. The title race has just taken a massive twist, and we're only 5 games in. 5 games into a Premier League season, and there's already been a massive injury which will impact Liverpool's defensive back line. Now, do Liverpool have the answer? Has this opened up the door for Arsenal? We're going to jump straight into it. 2 massive games in the title race this weekend. The hardest game of Liverpool's next 7 or 8 is Crystal Palace away. 16 games unbeaten, already beaten Liverpool in the Charity Shield this season. Strong defensively with big, physical Jean-Philippe Mateta up front. Whereas Arsenal travel to St James's Park, where they have not scored a goal in the last 3 appearances. And Newcastle United last year beat them home and away in the League Cup. There's a lot to get into. If you haven't already and you're new to the channel, please go down, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. That would be greatly appreciated. We are steamrolling our way towards 79,000 subscribers. We're just under 250 away. League Cup reaction for Spurs' game against Doncaster. We should comfortably win that, but you never know with Tottenham. And Arsenal do play Port Vale away. Lots of football coming your way, so make sure you get down below and you let me know your thoughts. Now, this is a big injury. It's massive. Fabrizio Romano, in fact, David Ornstein, I think, was the first one to tweet it out. No, it was Romano, sorry, who tweeted out saying that new summer signing. And before we actually get into this, the one thing I did say, and I don't want to be that guy to say I told you so, but the one thing I said was a defensive injury at the back, at centre-back, is crucial for Liverpool in order to keep this run going, that they don't have a big injury. Now, yes, it's not Konate. Yes, it's not Virgil van Dijk. But this injury essentially means now that the only other senior centre-back they have that's fit is Joe Gomez. I think you will see Liverpool deploy Endo. I do think you will see Liverpool deploy Andy Robertson as the centre-back. Now, Romano has tweeted it out, and I'll be honest with you, the news couldn't really be worse from the centre-back himself, Giovanni Leoni. He has torn his ACL. He will be lucky if he plays again this season. Liverpool centre-back Giovanni Leoni has torn his ACL and will be out for several months. After an excellent debut in the League Cup last night, with also Arne Slot very happy, an unlucky injury for Leoni, who will try to be back before the end of the season. Now, that is absolutely devastating. Absolutely devastating. It really, really is. I think he's only 20 or 19, I think he is. He's 18. He's 19 in December. To get such a big injury like that at such a young age is catastrophic. It's very rare that you get a top player come back and they are the same or better. Virgil van Dijk and Timber are the only ones right now that really have looked better. Rodri looks like he's lost a yard of pace. We'll find out from James Maddison what he's going to be like in the new year. But it takes such a long time to recover and get back to, back to fitness, the injury to heal. And for Liverpool, this is massive in this title race. And I'll explain to you why. This now means that Joe Gomez is the 3rd senior centre-back in Liverpool's current 11-man squad. 25-man squad. Now, everyone knows that their best backline, centre-back pairing, is Virgil van Dijk and Konate. This now means that Joe Gomez has got to play a hell of a lot more football than people first anticipated. He's going to play a lot of games. Now, I personally think we will see Endo and Robertson come in and play at centre-back. We've already seen Gravenberch deployed in a central midfield role, in a right-back role, in an attacking midfield role. And what I think is very, very interesting is Liverpool were aware in pre-season the versatility of a lot of their players. And I'll give you examples. The centre-back pairing in pre-season when Liverpool played against Yokohama was Bradley Kirkes, Konate and Van Dijk. When they played against AC Milan, in a 4-2 defeat, they fielded a back line of Robertson, Gravenberch, Stevenson, and Van Dijk. And of course, Alisson in net. Right? Look at the amount of different positions players are playing. Florian Wirtz playing in a false nine. The versatility of this Liverpool squad now is going to be tested even more than it already is. Let's look at the back line when Liverpool played Preston. It was Tsimikas, Gomez, Stevenson, Bradley, Georgie Mamardashvili. Now, Tsimikas is gone. Stevenson may have to, I'm not sure if he's gone out on loan, may have to come in as a senior player and play a lot more games if he hasn't gone out on loan. If he has, then who knows? The back line against Stoke City in a 5-0 win, Liverpool went to a back three with Robertson playing in a left-sided centre-back role and Dominic Szoboszlai played his first game as a right wing-back. Now he can be deployed as a right-back, right? And N'Juma was deployed as a left wing-back in that system. Then you look at the game when Liverpool won 4-1 against Athletic Bilbao. Andy Robertson was deployed as a left-sided centre-back. I personally feel that Liverpool will push Robertson or Endo as a centre-back. Now, is that the answer? Who knows? They don't really have much of a choice right now. Then you look at the 3-2-1 against Bilbao. Endo was that centre-back. Now, Liverpool do not have an easy run of games coming up. They've got a very tough game against Crystal Palace at the weekend. If you look at their next 8 games, they play Real Madrid, Chelsea, Man United, Palace, Galatasaray, Villa, Frankfurt, and Brentford. Now, Frankfurt, I think, I'll be honest with you, it wouldn't surprise me if they won all 8. That is how good they are. But that back line now is really, really going to be tested, especially against Crystal Palace, especially against Chelsea, especially against Real Madrid. You then look at the other side of the Real Madrid game. They play Inter Milan, Brighton, Manchester City. These 8 are probably easier. But the one thing that doesn't help now is rotation is really restricted in terms of fit senior centre-backs. Hence why Robertson, hence why Endo are probably going to have to come in. This happened before when they had injuries. You saw Henderson go in at centre-back. You saw a number of players, James Milner play at full-back. I think Arne Slot is a good enough manager to manage through this. But it could open the doors for Arsenal. If Arsenal get the right result against Newcastle United this weekend, which they should, and if Liverpool were to hypothetically drop points against Crystal Palace, which they could, I'm not saying I think they win, but they could draw. If you look at Arsenal's next 8 games, they play West Ham, Fulham, Sunderland, Burnley, Olympiacos, Palace, which is at the Emirates, a North London derby at the Emirates, and Olympiacos. All of their tough games are at home. Palace, Atletico Madrid, Spurs, they're easy away games. Burnley, Sunderland, Slavia Prague, Fulham. Fulham's not easy, but you get my point. This could change things dramatically. Absolutely dramatically. When I look at this Premier League title race, I think it's going to go. I still think Liverpool are out-and-out favourites, but that is a massive, massive injury blow if you're a Liverpool fan. Now, I do expect them now to go and probably sign a Guéhi, someone of that ability at centre-back. It would not surprise me in the slightest if that's what they go and do. It really, really wouldn't. Now, when you look at the Premier League table right now, it could go the other way. If Liverpool win this weekend and Arsenal draw against Crystal Palace, they're 7 points clear after 6 games played. They have been perfect so far this season. 7 wins out of 7. Scored the most goals. Only conceded 5. For me right now, they're the team to beat, but they are going to be stretched. And this is where we will find out what the true mentality of Liverpool Football Club is. Because so far, they look brilliant. But defensively now, they are going to be tested. And Arne Slot may have to deploy Robertson May have to deploy Endo. You may see, Kirkett. But then you've got to think as well, if Robertson comes in at left-sided centre-back, they're only really restricted to Kirkett playing left-back. It's going to be very, very interesting. Make sure you drop a like if you haven't already. I'll be live back later for the Spurs match reaction as well as Arsenal. I'll see you soon. I'm out.